morning, folks. We are here in Roaring Spring. I looked at the shop this morning and it said 12 minutes to the job site. After spending a month in Pittsburgh, I just about don't know how to act with that. I pretty much didn't think. I just left the shop and I thought, hey, if we need anything, we'll just run back and get it.
Unreal.
This is going to be a pretty fun build. It's going to be quite the before and after. This is a special build. It's for my cousin. He asked me if I could do this on the side, and I was like, yep, I could, but it's never going to get done. So he did the right thing and just got tussy. Weston actually scheduled this, so I don't have a job folder. I don't have any drawings. Considering he always harped on the designers for their professional drawings that they drew on the notebook, I'm telling you what, he didn't do much better. This is what we have. If we're allowed to make fun of the designers, Weston, you need to do better than all that. Here's what we got. They just had this ugly old deck in the back here that was just simply not worth fixing up. So we're gonna tear it all out. We're gonna do a little landing here by the doors. There's steps going up there. Steps coming down from the doors to the landing, and steps coming down from the landing to a patio over in this area. So there's gonna be a lot of demolition, a lot of junk to haul out this morning, and then we're gonna start building our wonderful stuff that we build, right?
Yep.
Okay, you know the saying.
Nope.
Yeah, say it. Pitter patter.
Get at her?
Let's get at her. This is phase one of destruction. You never know what you're gonna find when you start tearing out deck. Sometimes, that's load number 2 so far. Anyways, what I was saying is, sometimes you find a swimming pool. Somebody, rather than filling in the hole where their swimming pool used to be, you can see the old liner in there, they just build a deck over top it. And I'm not sure what this is. Someone's table? I don't know. But yeah, there's swimming pool liner, there's all kinds of swimming pool hoses, and then we have a nice little table in here for in case you ever want to serve drinks under the deck. You know what I mean? Unless maybe that table was there like when the swimming pool was there. Rather than tearing out, they built it over top. Whatever the case, it's quite the mess. So now this is interesting. It's finally starting to make some sense here. They actually had their pond liner inside a wooden frame. There was their skimmer. And then what they ended up doing was just building deck over top where the pool had been. There's the skimmer box for the pool. That was, I assume that plywood frame went the whole way around. Now there's just like a lattice on the outside. Yeah, it's starting to make sense here. I don't know, man. We could have fixed this up and we'd have a pool in the back here again. It's a little late now. You never know what you're gonna find on a day's work. There it is. Swimming pool is no more. All right, it's 4 o'clock and phase 1 is done. Demolition is complete. That was quite the deck tear out. We've done a good bit of deck tear outs, but this one was next level. We have enough of room here to actually show you guys what we're doing. This is going to be a stoop, a 10 by 15 foot raised area. We're going to have 2 steps coming out of the doorway onto the 10 by 15 area here, and then off of that 10 by 15 foot area, it's going to be about this high. We're going to have 5 steps coming down off of it into 20 by 25 patio down here. It's going to come off of these steps, something like this, something like that. This will all be patio then. So patio here, steps up here to the landing, and then steps into the house from the landing. So that's what we got going on.
Yep.
DJ's put in the geotextile fabric. That's just the separation fabric that we put in to keep we compact 6 inches of 2A modified in our footer, and we put this geotextile on the bottom to separate the stone from the soil and keep it from mixing and losing its durability over years. So that's what that is. Next step after this is in, we'll add 6 inches of compacted 2A, and then there's an inch of wash number 9 stone, and that's like a setting bed for our blocks. We'll be laying blocks here first thing in the morning. Hey, good morning, folks. We're back here on this patio project in Roaring Spring, and we just put in 6 inches of compacted 2A, and now we are working on putting in our setting bed. We do that by, we have these inch poles. We set them with the laser. That one's pretty much good. Might need to come up a little bit. Set this in with our laser. Perfect. And then we'll put in a number 9, which is just it's a washed clean stone. It screeds easily, or they're smaller than 1Bs, and we just use that for setting bed. Then once both poles are set, we'll just use a screeding bar. In this case it's a level because it's such a small area. And then that's our setting bed for a block. You can set right on top of there. On these stoops, when you put a stoop up against the side of a house, we typically we'll build 4 walls instead of 3, because you could use this house foundation for the 4th wall, but those don't always, they move differently than your retaining wall. So we normally will build 4 walls and then core fill, and then fill the center with clean stone, and then lay pavers in there, just to make sure that the whole unit moves as one.
There is our swimming pool. That took there's 18 ton of clean stone in there. You can see the orange line I painted on is approximately where the patio is going to go. We really didn't have a choice except fill that big hole in with clean stone, because there's no way you can compact soil. If we'd have put in that fill dirt over there and packed it all in with jumping jack, it would have still settled. So we had to fill that all in with clean stone before we can start doing our base. So there's where we are. This is DJ. His IQ isn't very high. Something got a hold of his hat this morning, and now he's all messed up.
Alrighty, folks, good afternoon. This is another crucial part of retaining walls, or wall systems in general, is your drainage. Every wall that we build has a minimum of 10 inches of clean stone, 2B clean stone behind it. There are certain applications that vary, like if you're using geogrid and 4-foot geogrid, then the clean stone is 4 foot behind it, 6 foot clean stone. But as a rule of thumb, at least 10 inches of 2B clean stone behind it. And on your first course, you want to put a perforated drain pipe in, and we just use a wall drain. There you can see our wall drain, teasing there. That will allow any moisture that gets inside of this pad to drain out, even if it's just a retaining wall. Any moisture that gets into there, which there will be on a retaining wall for sure, regular retaining wall, moisture is going to get behind there, and that stuff needs to come out, because if it freezes in there and thaws and freezes and thaws without that perf pipe in there to let the water come out, it's going to knock your wall over a short period of time. In this stoop, there's not going to be a lot of water that's going to get in here at all, especially with pavers on top, but there's still probably some going to get down in there, and so we provide an escape for the water that gets behind our hardscape. That's very crucial part of retaining walls. Pro tip of the day: make sure that you provide drainage for your walls.